This is Maya. 3 years ago, she earned $55,000 and dreamed about what life would look like at 75. Last year, she hit it. The promotion, the raise, the number. So why is she lying awake at midnight, 9 days from payday, with $214 in her account, feeling exactly as broke as she did at 55? Maya isn't bad with money. She's caught in a trap with a name, a trap so well designed that earning more money actually tightens it. It's called lifestyle creep, and in the next few minutes I'll show you how it works, why your brain is built to fall for it, the one-way ratchet that makes it permanent, and the exact system that beats it, including a 30-minute audit you can run tonight to find out how much of your income the trap has already eaten. Because here's the spoiler, the next raise won't fix this. Something else will. Lifestyle creep is what happens when your spending grows at the same speed as your income, automatically, invisibly, and with excellent justifications every single time. The raise arrives and suddenly the apartment could be a little nicer. The 8-year-old car could be newer. You've earned it. Economy could be premium economy. The grocery store could be the fancy one. No single upgrade is crazy. Each one is maybe 1% of your income. But stack 20 reasonable 1% upgrades and your entire raise is gone, permanently, because these aren't one-time purchases. They're new baselines, rent, car payment, subscriptions, recurring costs that reset what normal feels like. You didn't buy things. You bought a more expensive definition of ordinary. Now, why does this happen to smart people? Because of a feature in your brain called hedonic adaptation. Every upgrade delivers a hit of happiness, and then your brain adjusts, the new thing becomes the new normal, and the meter drops right back to baseline. The nicer apartment feels amazing for about 6 weeks. Then it's just where you live. The luxury car becomes just your car. Scientists have tracked this over and over. Lottery winners return to near their baseline happiness within a couple of years. But here's the asymmetry that makes creep so dangerous. The happiness fades, the bill doesn't. You adapt to the pleasure in weeks and keep paying for it for years. You're locked into yesterday's dopamine at today's prices. That's the trap. A treadmill where the scenery gets more expensive, but you never actually move. And the trap has an accelerant, other people. Your spending baseline isn't set by your needs, it's set by your reference group. The people you work with, live near, and follow online. When you got the promotion, your reference group upgraded too. New title, new circle, new parking lot full of newer cars. And social feeds pour gasoline on this. You're not comparing yourself to your neighbors anymore. You're comparing your everyday life to the highlight reel of everyone you've ever met. It gets worse because the comparison machine is not neutral. The algorithm behind your feed can infer your income bracket from what you buy, where you check in, and what you linger on, and it quietly upgrades the ads to match. Get a raise, and within weeks your feed knows, and the watches, kitchens, and destinations being shown to you get more expensive. The finish line isn't just moving, it's being moved on purpose by systems paid to move it. Here's the line that should be tattooed somewhere. You're not spending to be happy, you're spending to not feel behind. And not feeling behind has no price ceiling. Someone will always have more, which means comparison spending is a race with no finish line and an entry fee that takes your whole raise. Let's put numbers on it, because the stakes are bigger than feeling broke. Take 2 identical careers, same salary, same raises, over 20 years. Version A absorbs every raise into lifestyle. 20 years later, better stuff, roughly zero net worth, and total dependence on the next paycheck. A bigger, fancier hamster wheel. Version B keeps her lifestyle rising at half the speed of her income and invests the difference. Same job, same raises. 20 years later, she's sitting on hundreds of thousands of dollars, and at some point, work became optional. That's the real cost of creep. It doesn't just eat raises, it quietly eats the exit door. Now the part almost nobody explains. Not all creep is equal because spending comes in 2 flavors, and one of them is a one-way ratchet. Variable spending, restaurants, trips, clothes, creeps up, but it can creep back down next month without anyone signing anything. Annoying, but reversible. Fixed spending is different. The bigger apartment comes with a lease. The new car comes with 60 months of payments. The neighborhood comes with the school, the commute, the expectations. These upgrades don't just raise your costs, they lock them with contracts and social gravity for years. That's why the ratchet only turns one way. Upgrading your fixed costs takes one signature and feels wonderful. Downgrading them means moving house, selling a car at a loss, or awkward conversations, so almost nobody ever does it. The single most protective money rule I can give you is this: be nearly paranoid about upgrades that come with a signature. Let your fun spending float. Guard your fixed costs like a fortress gate, because every fixed upgrade is a raise you've pre-spent for years into the future. A useful benchmark: if your rent or mortgage, cars, and subscriptions together clear more than about half of your take-home pay, the ratchet already owns your raise before you get it. Remember that number. The audit later in this video will show you where you stand. So how do you beat it? Not with willpower. Willpower loses to your own brain chemistry every time. You beat it with 3 rules that don't require any willpower. Rule 1, the 50% rule. Every future raise, bonus, or income jump gets split the day it's announced. Half is yours to enjoy, guilt-free, and half goes straight into investments via automatic transfer. You still feel richer with every raise. You just also get richer. Creep survives on 100%. It starves at 50%. Rule 2, the upgrade audit. Once a year, put every recurring cost on trial. Would you sign up for this today at this price? The gym you don't visit, the premium tier you don't notice, the car that impressed a version of you from 3 years ago. Anything that fails the question gets downgraded, and nobody, I promise you, nobody notices but your bank account. Rule 3, the deepest one. Buy freedom before you buy comfort. Every month, the first purchase you make is your own future, the investment transfer. Comfort spending comes from what remains. Both versions of Maya spent money on feeling good. Only one of them realized that the best feeling money can buy is not needing the next paycheck. Now let's find your creep, because I promised a number, not a lecture. This takes 30 minutes and 2 documents. This month's bank and card statements, and, this is the trick, a statement from 2 or 3 years ago. Most banking apps let you scroll back that far. Tonight, put them side by side. Go line by line and ask one question: did this cost exist back then? Circle everything new or bigger, the rent difference, the car payment difference, every subscription that appeared, the delivery habit that used to be groceries, the grocery store itself. Don't judge, just circle. Then add the circles up. That monthly total is your personal creep number, the exact size of the raise you already received and never felt. 2 things will happen. First, shock. For most people, the number lands between $300 and $1,000 a month. Second, and this is why the audit beats any budget, clarity. You'll see instantly which circles you actually value and which ones just happen to you. Keep the ones that genuinely make your life better. That's what money is for. But the ones you circled and thought, wait, since when? Those are pure creep, and canceling them isn't a sacrifice. It's recovering stolen goods. Redirect them into the automatic transfer from Rule 3, and your past raise starts working for your future instead of your landlord's. One more tool, the advanced move, and honestly, the most liberating idea in this whole video. Hedonic adaptation works in reverse. The same brain feature that made your upgrades stop feeling special will make most downgrades stop feeling painful, usually within a couple of weeks. So, run the experiment. Pick one comfortable downgrade this month. The fancy grocery store back to the regular one. The premium streaming tier down a notch. The car wash you do yourself. Expect 3 to 5 days of mild annoyance. That's the adaptation window. And then watch what happens. Nothing. Baseline returns. The money keeps arriving in your account, and your day-to-day happiness is measurably identical. Why does this matter beyond the $40? Because each successful downgrade teaches your brain something the entire consumer economy is built to hide from you. Your happiness baseline is portable. Once you've felt that, not read it, felt it, upgrades lose their terror and their tyranny. You stop being afraid of losing the lifestyle, which means the lifestyle stops owning you. That, more than any spreadsheet, is what financial freedom actually feels like from the inside. One more thing, because this video isn't anti-nice things. Upgrade your life. That's what the money is for. The problem was never the nicer apartment. It's that the upgrades chose themselves automatically before you got a vote. The 50% rule isn't a diet. It's a vote. It says half of every raise goes to present me, half goes to future me, the one who wants to say no to a bad boss, take 6 months off, or retire before 70. Rich isn't a number on a paycheck. Rich is the gap between what you earn and what you need. Maya at $55,000 with a growing gap is richer, functionally, measurably richer, than Maya at $75,000 with none. And the moment that clicks, the treadmill loses its power over you. Before the fixed section pays off, you should know where creep is heading next, because the trap evolves and the next decade has 4 fronts already advancing. Front 1, housing size inflation. The average new American home has roughly doubled in size since the 1970s while households got smaller. Normal, square footage is a moving target, and every extra room is heated, furnished, insured, and cleaned forever. When you house hunt, the question isn't, what can I get approved for? Approval amounts are the lender's creep, not your budget. The question is what the week 1 math says you can carry at half your take-home, fixed costs included. Front 2, the subscriptionization of everything. Cars now ship with heated seats behind monthly paywalls. Software you used to own became rent. Even appliances are learning the trick. Every one of these converts a one-time cost into a permanent fixed cost, the ratchet's favorite food. Default answer to any per-month offer for something that used to be a purchase. No, until proven otherwise at the annual audit. Front 3, premiumification. Watch any category you buy, groceries, gyms, haircuts, pet food, and you'll see a premium tier appear, priced 30 to 50% up, marketed on identity rather than function. You're the kind of person who deserves the artisan version. Sometimes the premium is real. Usually it's the same product in better fonts. The 2-statement audit catches this drift beautifully. You'll literally watch your grocery line inflate across 3 years at the same store. And front 4, the algorithmic personal shopper we covered earlier, getting better every year at knowing your raise before your mother does. 4 fronts, 1 defense, the rules you're about to get. The trap is patient, funded, and personalized now. Your system has to be automatic because your attention will lose a war that never sleeps. Recap. Feeling broke on good money isn't a character flaw, it's lifestyle creep, spending that auto-scales with income, powered by a brain that adapts to every upgrade, a feed that moves the finish line on purpose, and a ratchet of fixed costs that only turns one way. The escape. Split every raise, 50-50. Audit your upgrades. Run the 2-statement archaeology tonight and get your creep number. Guard anything that requires a signature. And test 1 deliberate downgrade to prove to your own brain that the baseline travels with you. Now, creep is about how much we spend. But what we buy matters just as much. And 7 specific purchases show up over and over in broke households and rarely in wealthy ones. Some of them will surprise you, and one of them is a twist. That's tomorrow's video. Subscribe so it shows up in your feed, and I'll see you there.